I've never loved videos where people are like, hey, here's a bunch of new stuff that I've got. Watch how much fun I'm having. That's not who I am. That's not what this channel is about. However, I do have a lot of new stuff, and I think I'm gonna start this new series like recent pickups, because companies send me things because, you know, YouTube. But I also pick up things that I think are practical and add value to my photography. Today, I'm going to share with you guys like what's come in for the past few weeks and things you might expect to see on this channel. And ultimately, it would be my hope that if you find something on here that you're like, oh, you know what? I have some experience with that thing. Let me tell you about it, because I've got some stuff on here I have zero experience with, and I would love to hear your thoughts on it. And that's what the comments are for, so be sure to use them. But there's also maybe some things that might add value to you the way they are hopefully going to add value to me. And if that's the case, I'll put some links below to those things. So let's jump into some recent pickups. So I've shared over the last couple of videos that Fuji had sent me the GFX 100 RF. This camera's really cool. I've had a great time with it, but it's time for it to go back to Fuji. So I'll be packing this camera up, getting it back into Fuji's hands here in the next few days. And stepping into the Fuji's place, Nikon sent me the ZF to try out. This camera has got me really excited. There's something about this style of camera that just, even without using it, gets me pumped up. This is not the lens they sent with it. More on that in a second. Also, why did they make the lens go on the other way? Nikon sent me the kit lens, the 24-70. And again, if you don't know this about this ZF, maybe it's with all the Nikons, but the lenses go on from right to left. Weird muscle memory. They sent me just the camera, and I got this handle, this grip, for like 20 or 30 bucks on Amazon, because I can't hold this camera. Just like out of the box, this camera is too big, too heavy, and has like no grip for the form factor that it is. And so I put this on there so I can actually hold it without dropping it, because this is a loaner camera through the summer. But I am really, really excited about it. I'm excited about having 24 megapixels again. This takes me back to the M10 days, like having something that's a lot more low res than, say, my M11-P. I love the experience of the dials up here, but I also am real excited about the different Nikon looks you can load in. The looks are sort of like film sims on Fuji, and I'm looking for a really strong JPEG shooter, so hoping this fits the bill. So I was talking to my friends over at Typoc, and they wanted to send me the 35 1.4 that they make for the Nikon. I can't say this for sure because I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty confident this is just the M lens with like a hard mounted lens adapter on it. These are really great lenses, and so I'm real excited to try this. It's not super heavy, and putting it on the Nikon feels good. Like, it feels like it's supposed to be there. The form factor, the look, the experience of this camera, it's pretty great. Now, of course, this is not an autofocus lens. This is something I have to manually focus. And given all of my years of experience manually focusing lenses, I feel pretty fast with this, so I'm not too worried about not having autofocus. This little combo here, I'll be shooting with it a lot over the next few months. JPEGs, not trying to get into the RAW side. We're gonna shoot JPEGs. So Owlkrown reached out, they sent me a care package. It included this brass bottom plate. What makes this plate kind of special? First off, this plate is brass, it's heavy, and this is a brass camera with a heavy lens already, so everything on here just got even heavier. This is now officially a weapon. But what's cool about this is it's more than a plate. It has a little kickstand on it. See this? This little kickstand lets the camera sit flat and balance. I don't know if you guys have ever used like a 50 Summilux or heavier lenses or bigger lenses, but what typically happens is the camera likes to sit like this. You guys can't even see it. Like this. Can you see that one? You get what I'm saying? It points down. The kickstand just lets the camera, it lets it sit flush, like it doesn't fall over. That's pretty cool. I'm digging this, and I think Owlkrown has made an incredible product here. Now, I said Owlkrown sent me a care package. Here's what else was in it. Let's open this one up. Also, Owlkrown spared no expense with packaging. So this is a body cap. Man, I hadn't taken this out yet. This is brass also. This is, do you guys remember Pogs, like the slammers? This is a Pog slammer. Just out of curiosity here, I wonder how much heavier this makes my camera. Yeah, already, even with no lens, this is insanely heavy. I'm here for it though. All right, let's put that back in its case, put the lens back on. Let's open this one up. All right, this is the eye cup. Why is something like this important? Can you guys see that? Maybe cover my face here. Sony's eye detect is on point. Here we go. So the way this works is you simply screw it into your eye cup on the back of your Leica or other cameras that have that same type of screw. And you may not know this about me, but I'm blind in my right eye, and I do wear glasses often to take strain off my left eye. So if you wear glasses and you shoot a rangefinder, you know how hard it is to like put your glasses up against the camera. This is a little rubber stopper that makes it where you can put your glasses on your camera. So you can see it right here, how it looks, how it works. And it allows me to put, oh man, this is my first time using it. That is cool. So I've got the eyepiece sitting literally on my glasses right now, and I can see everything I need to. Pretty cool system, great setup. Great product by Owlkrown. They also sent me this shutter button, and remember what I said about they don't spare any expense with their packaging. It's like in a ring case. So this little brass shutter button, I already have a shutter button I like a lot on my camera, but I can see the value of this one. And also, I mean, we can go Julia Roberts with it, you know? So every month, I've also been picking up a photo book. Like I've been buying one photo book a month, 40 to 60 bucks, you know, that's about how much photo books are. But I typically go to Leica San Francisco and I just look through their library, and whatever's calling out to me, I buy and bring it home. But this past month, one of my favorite musicians, favorite artists released a photo book from their shows. It's Bon Iver. And this is volume 1, selections from music concerts 2019 through 2023. It's concert photos from various live shows that they did over that 4-year window, but it's also like stuff that happened backstage in the green room. It looks like there's photos of them working on their albums and music. It's just a really cool book. I love music, love Bon Iver, love photo books. Felt like a good combination. I've actually seen Bon Iver live before. It's one of my all-time favorite concerts. I think we saw them in 2017, and it was one of my favorite shows ever. So of course, had to pick up this photo book. So obviously it takes a lot of video work to make, you know, this channel happen. This channel has hours and hours of videos on it. I use a Sony kit for all of my video stuff, and I try to keep it as minimal as possible for like run and gun, quick and easy. Years ago, I put on this Atomos Shinobi. This is a 5-inch monitor, and it's small, it's 5 inches. I've always wanted to get a 7-inch monitor because of, you know, being able to see better when you're filming yourself or when you're out doing anything like anywhere. This has always just felt very small and limiting. So another recent pickup is this 7-inch monitor. This thing is huge. Look at the difference in size here. I mean, it's pretty crazy. This is a much, much bigger monitor. Atomos actually gave me this monitor at NAB. I was explaining to them some of the limitations I'm experiencing with their 5-inch, and they just went to the back and handed me a 7-inch. So pretty awesome to be able to get handed this, no expectation. They weren't like, you know, Dave, make a video on it, although I'm definitely gonna make videos with it and talk about it right now. This is my entire cinema rig, if we can call it that. It's another Sony. It's got a Blazar Remus anamorphic on it, DJI Focus Pro, so I can, you know, focus this thing. And then now it has this giant 7-inch monitor. This will be my rig out in the desert this weekend. So again, make sure you get subscribed and see how this works. All right, the final thing was a gift that was sent to me from Oberwerth. I was on their podcast, we recorded it. I think it comes out later this year, but I was on their podcast and they sent me a bag as a thank you. I love that they sent me my colors in one of their bags. So this is green and brown. I told them I wanted the smallest bag possible because I carry a small kit and most of my bags are mid-size. I don't really have a small bag until they sent this one. If you're familiar with Leica, you're probably familiar with Oberwerth. It is a great bag. Honestly, I feel like their bags, they're very square, right? They're very you know, hard edges. I feel like they're kind of luxury looking, and I'm much more of rugged in my approach to style and everything. Oberwerth sent this over. I used it at Disneyland. We took our family to Disney last week, and so I actually used it as my camera bag, but also, you know, a few other little things. For Disney, I thought it worked really well. I would definitely use this when I'm carrying my camera around the city. So thanks Oberwerth for sending this over. Great little bag. All right, guys, those are my recent pickups, things that you will see on this channel over the next, I don't know, few months at least with the Nikon. Probably see me out and about with the Oberwerth, see the Owlkrown accessories on my camera, my Leica. If you have experience with any of this gear, be sure to let me know below. Tell me what you think, what I should expect, especially with the Nikon and that Typock lens. I'm super pumped on that combo, so I'd love to hear what you think about it. All right, be sure to like this video, and if you're not a subscriber, make sure to join the channel. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.